kind of like the Cadillac of the DUs. Okay? When you're using it, these have a tank inside of them that collects water. When it fills up like a sump pump, then it pumps itself out like every 6 minutes. Okay? So if you have to take it somewhere and you tip it over, the water in the tank obviously is going to go somewhere. The oil in the compressor. You let it set up right when you get there, 30 minutes. Okay, they can't freeze because there's always water inside these units. Okay, who brought these ones back there from university?
I did.
Okay, when you bring them back, okay, you get on a job site, you're done, you turn it off, there's a button on top. Then there's another button you'll see in your instructions to purge it. That gets the water out of there. So since you brought these back, we should be able to, you probably didn't know this, but if I hit the purge button now, we shouldn't see any water coming through the hose. You'll know when you pick one up that does not purge, okay, there's no water, so whoever did it did a good job. It'll shut off on its own. That's all there is to it.
I used to work with you. I've purged them.
In the little box here, the only thing you guys may discover, I'm sure Neil has, that it'll be an error, okay? It'll say E9, okay? On the back, this hose has to be completely undone. If it's pinched or sitting on it or kinked, the machine shuts off. So you plug it in, you leave, you come back next day, it hasn't worked all day. Okay, kind of defeats the purpose. So make sure that that's what you do. Okay, air comes in this way, air comes out this way. Okay, filters, there's two kinds. The blue one costs us about 30 bucks. You can vacuum it out 10 times. The other one costs about 30 cents. You can change it every day for all I care. Okay, machine costs about $1,000. Okay, every time we plug it in, we get about $80 a day. Okay, so if you want to add that up in what? 15 days of using this machine, it paid for itself. Okay, so that's why we use it. This will do an average size room. This is an average size room that we're in. Okay, most of the guys that take the water class always remember it. A room that's about 20 by 20 by 10. You gotta have one of these. Okay, they only work from about 65 to 80 degrees is the best time to do it. If it's too cold, it won't work. So if you take it in someone's house that has no heat, it's not gonna work. Okay, the fans themselves, when you plug in a fan and you blow it on something, it takes the water and turns it into vapor and puts it in the air. This sucks it out of the air, puts it in liquid through the hose. That's all there is to it. Okay? This is treated. This comes off the front of it to show you the compressor. Everything is like 6 screws. They're real easy to work on. This machine itself is 80 pounds, so you should be able to lift it up and down off the shelf. It draws 6
amps. If I can do it, y'all can.
Yeah, I did it, and then Mike put those up there, so you can.
He showed them.
Okay, so you should be able to plug, if you got 15 amp circuit, this takes 6 itself. A fan takes 4. Okay, it's real easy to remember. 4, 6. It's real easy. Okay, so if you got 15 amp circuit, you know how much you can actually hook onto it. Okay, sometimes when you turn the machine on, it may hesitate. It'll say on there, because you've jarred it around, it'll say on there 10 seconds, 20 seconds. It'll start on its own. Just push the button and leave it alone. It'll start on its own. Okay? This plastic is all treated with a antimicrobial. This won't mold. Okay? If you want to try it and you want to borrow one, take one home, you got a moldy piece of drywall, sit right on top of it. The next day, look at it, it won't mold. Okay? They have a handle on the front. They're easy to operate. You shouldn't have any problems. If you do, call me. I know all about them. Any questions?
What is the procedure of picking one up and also bringing one back?
Good question. As you guys bring them, these ones we're starting to do is as these are ready to go. They have the wrap on them, they're ready to go. They're dirty, just leave them. I'll make sure they get clean. Okay? We have a clipboard here. Okay? If you take one, you got to sign it out. When you bring it back, Aaron, you would sign it back in. You probably didn't know that.
I didn't even know they were signed out. No.
Okay. Okay, DUs, fans, any kind of water equipment, just sign it out, put the job on it, and then just, okay? And it's okay if you bring it back dirty, I'll take care of making sure it gets clean. There's a clipboard. We'll put a little hook for you guys so you'll have it. Okay? Any questions for me?
Scrubbers go on that list too?
Air scrubbers, fans, You probably won't
Carpet
use an
cleaner.
ozone machine, the Ninja, stuff like that. Okay, the Ninja, the Water Hog, if you're going to take it.
Where the
Okay.
filters at?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, in here we're going to keep anything that should not freeze. This should be all the Dehus. Air scrubbers are going to be in the pod. Fans are in the pod. Ozone machines in the pod. All the rest of the, we don't call them chemicals. What do we call them, Neil? No, we don't like to use the word chemical.
Solvents.
Solvents.
All our solvents are kept in that room now. Okay? So you don't have to sign out if your project manager says, oh, I want you to go and get a little bit of Benefact. Okay? That's fine. Your project manager will let me know to reorder it. Okay? There are 3 companies that you can buy these from. In your spare time, if you want to look, there's a video on this. John Don makes the best one. It's Jondon. If you want to just YouTube it, it's like 4 minutes, and he runs through the whole thing. And then if you want to really get into it, Aramco's got one where they take one all apart, show you all the parts, and put it back together. So if you had to take one apart, I hope you wouldn't take one apart. Andy,
What is the process of cleaning them so we can have them shrink wrapped like these other ones?
okay, we're gonna clean them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the filter out separate. We're gonna wipe the whole unit down, the cord, the hose, the wheels, everything. The last thing you wanna do is go across someone's clean carpet to get to a dirty carpet. Because I've seen 2 tracks going through someone's house where they come across the driveway, up the stairs. You can carry it, okay? They're rounded corners so that these ones, unfortunately in Phoenix, have sharp corners and they do bang things. These ones are rounded, so you're okay. Up and downstairs, 2 people. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna blow out the coil. That's as if a little air conditioner unit is inside of here. Okay, so there's an A coil. We blow this out. We put the new filter in it. Everything's wiped down. We wrap it back up. We purge it just in case you didn't, and we'll put it back in service. Okay? Don't take a dirty one unless your PM tells you to take a dirty one. This one's dirty. So if somebody tomorrow said, hey, I'm gonna go do some drywall, and I got my PM said to grab one, I'll say, hey, why don't you send out a dirty one? Because I don't really care you're doing dirty. They shouldn't come back. We probably would try and keep from, as you can tell, this one, the drywaller was right on top of this unit. Let's try not to put it right where the drywaller is. Okay? If I'm the guy doing the drywall mud, I don't want to walk around this thing to do the wall either. So kind of put them out so that they don't have to deal with them. Okay? And we don't want to beat up our tools because then we got to buy more. Andy?
Where do we clean them?
We're going to clean them right here, right where I'm standing. We're going to take a table, we're going to put it right here, we're going to put it on the table. There's the sink, we're going to do it right here and put them right back into service. Okay?
Where's the filters at?
Filters are in the pod, okay? So if you're going to clean 4 of them, we'll make sure that you can just go out there and get 4 filters and redo them. Okay? If it's on a drywall job, gentlemen, seriously, you could take that filter. If you're going out on a job, you can change that filter every day, every other day. Okay, I don't want it to come back. Look at that filter right there. You think that thing was sucking any air, gentlemen? Right, I don't want to burn up a $1,000 unit over a 30-cent filter. Okay, and if you're on the job and you say, oh crap, I didn't grab one, you can pull that one out. You can just vacuum it off, put it back in there. You could spray it with a hose, but I wouldn't recommend it because then it's just going to suck the water back in there. Okay? Andy.
So when we clean the filter, we use water or air?
Those are only supposed to be cleaned with a vacuum. You can blow them out or suck them out. They don't need water. You can if you want to, but I wouldn't because then it's got to dry out before it's put back in.
What would be the effect if you blew it out in here?
If you blow it out in here, obviously the dust is going to go everywhere. So I probably wouldn't do that if I were you, because then you're just kind of defeating the purpose. So if you got like 4 of those filters and you're cleaning them, just go outside, blow them all off, or vacuum them if you're in this room. Okay? Generally, most of you guys aren't going to be doing this kind of cleaning these units. It's probably going to be more like Neil or Dana or Mike, something like that, because they're more used to doing it and they're on water jobs anyway. Okay? Sometimes if you're on a job like Mike or Neil, you're on a water job and you're getting ready to put the room back together and start doing things. You may use them during drywall process. Before you bring it back, you're there. You got an air compressor. You can pull that filter out, blow the whole thing out, put it in the seat of your truck, and bring it back without it. I'm okay with that. Okay? Questions? Because I don't want to go out on a job and see it misused. Okay? Dehus are like wives. You get a good one, you keep her forever. I think I've been married not the long.
37 years.
29. So. Okay.